I was driving back from running an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting at a prison in Orange, New York, when blue lights appeared in my rearview mirror. I had gone through a rural intersection and taken a right onto a narrow road. I might have rolled through the stop sign. I took off my seatbelt so I could dig through the glove compartment for my paperwork. After years of driving illegally, I now had a license, registration, and insurance. The officer approached. I rolled my window down and placed my hands on the steering wheel. A young guy around my age, mid-20s, with the same kind of pizza dough face as mine, asked me for my documents. Hoping for a warning, I handed over my information, and he returned to his cruiser. I went back to staring out the windshield and thinking about a poet in my graduate program I thought I was in love with, who wisely saw me as trouble. The light had just started to fade in the tall oaks and maples. When I checked the rearview mirror again, I counted 5 police cars with twice that many officers gathered nearby in a huddle. One of them spoke on a radio and relayed information to the others. I stopped breathing, and every time one of the cops glanced in my direction, the muscles in my neck ratcheted tighter. The prison, called the Monterey Shock Incarceration Facility, was where young offenders, almost all of them black or Hispanic and from New York City, marched around a military-style campus wearing olive green fatigues, some of them carrying 8-foot logs, while the guards, all white, barked orders. Then the young men sat in neat rows in a cinder-block room and looked at my friend and me, 2 white guys from a college town who had come to share our experience, strength, and hope. This was how it started for them, I thought now, waiting to be surrounded. Except this couldn't be happening to me, because I was Jason Brown. I was innocent. One of the officers produced a bullhorn, while a half-dozen others approached my car in a crouch, their hands on their guns. From what I could see, the remaining officers seemed to be taking up positions behind the cruisers and preparing for battle. The officer with the bullhorn raised it to his mouth and said, "Jason Brown, get out of the car with your hands in the air." They split into 2 columns, one on either side of my car. Though I knew I should follow the orders of the officer with the bullhorn, I no longer had any control over my arms and legs. My thoughts spun out of my head and flew into the air, leaving my body behind. I felt as if I were watching a TV show about someone named Jason Brown, who was about to be arrested for crimes he claimed not to have committed. The Jason Brown in the car was starting to hyperventilate, while the Jason Brown watching this on TV was curious to see what happened next.